Meteorologist Sam Catro is with us. Gil Simmons is as well. Sam, I'm going to talk to you now, and we are starting to see the wind pick up, starting to see the waves come in a little bit more as the morning progresses.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not too much in the way of rain just yet, but there's going to be a decent amount of rain falling. Not nearly as much rain as we saw for Irene, but still the potential definitely exists for flooding regardless of where you are across the entire state. All right, let's take those graphics full screen. We can show you where the rain is. Just a little bit, not a lot, of very light rain falling right now, especially for people that are living closer to the shoreline. And speaking of the shoreline, we're really keeping a close eye on the storm surge. There will be multiple tide cycles that we're keeping a close eye on with this storm, not just one tide cycle. The first tide cycle happening between 9:30 this morning and 11:30 this morning from eastern Connecticut to western Connecticut. And then we're still keeping a close eye on the second tide cycle that's going to be happening tonight, and then another one happening tomorrow morning. The potential exists for 2 to 4 feet above what the levels were for Irene. So if you are living along the shoreline and you were told to evacuate, the time to leave is right now. The rough stuff is going to be moving through very soon across the entire state. And speaking of timing, along the shoreline about 9 o'clock this morning, that's when the winds are definitely going to be picking up, potentially gusting to 50 miles an hour or even more, lasting till about 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning along the shoreline. Inland Connecticut starting a little bit later and ending a little bit earlier, but regardless, it's still going to be windy across the entire state. There are definitely going to be a lot of power outages expected. So here's the forecast for the rest of the day today. Winds are going to be increasing very rapidly as the morning progresses. Right now, it's not super windy out across the state. We've seen a couple places with wind gusts above 40 miles an hour, but within the next hour or two, I expect those numbers to bump up potentially 10 miles an hour or more as far as gusts are concerned.